Welcome to Winevest Wednesday. How we doing, guys? Welcome to Winevest Wednesday. We got Facebook, YouTube, my business page, Facebook. Just want to say hello to you. Hope you are having a wonderful week. Enjoying some nice weather here in the Colorado area. The wind kind of blew some of that smoke away. I haven't been out there too much today to check that out, but hopefully that's almost a thing of the past and those fires are out soon. So how we doing? Things in the real estate market are continuing to move along. One thing I saw this week, one of my lending partners, Michelle Odo, refinanced 3 of her properties. So I don't know if somebody who closes hundreds of thousands of loans in their career is refinancing 3 properties at the same time, it might have been a good time to do that. With that said, the 0.5% interest rate, whatever, 0.5, 50 basis point fee went into effect for almost all lenders prior, but now for sure as of October 1st, that is a thing that we're going to have to contend with. That will make refinances a little more expensive, so we will see a lot less of those originated after that fee. Until that fee goes away, I would imagine that people are going to be a little bit weary of that. Granted, if you are still in a high interest rate payment and you are, considering refinancing, it still may be a good idea for you. Would love to connect you with some lenders that can help you with that. With that said, purchase loans, they don't have that 50 basis point hike, so it is still a great time to get a purchase loan. So maybe you are thinking about refinancing, saving some money. Maybe we should just go find you a new house. I don't know, because purchase rates are extremely great still. So we'll continue to monitor that, especially that fee that was added. But those purchase loans, keep kicking them out for sure. Remember, back in March, April, we were really talking about forbearance a ton when we started these Winevest Wednesdays. Wanted to make sure that people weren't going into forbearance for no reason. We saw a huge amount of forbearances as the pandemic wore on. Immediately, even some servicers put everyone into forbearance just by default, which is a thing. There was some servicers that if you called and asked about forbearance, they tagged you for forbearance. We really cautioned you about staying out of that if at all possible. Use it only as an emergency. And we definitely talked about that over and over and over again. The government did step in and say, okay, if you do a forbearance, and you have a legitimate reason and you can prove that, and you can prove everything's back to normal, you can get a new loan and things like that. So with that said, we had a huge amount of forbearances. Those are starting to come down as that is such a great thing and we're doing well. What's up, Dad? On Instagram up there. As forbearances start to deteriorate, one thing to caution about, it's not time to celebrate. A lot of those forbearances are going into modification of their loan and maybe just kicking the can down the road a little bit, because what a modification of a loan would do is take all the money that you forbeared and that you owed and put it at the end of the loan. Therefore, you're paying more interest on that loan. So your fees and things like that will eventually catch up to you. As long as you can pay your mortgage and we're moving forward, that'll be okay for some. It will affect others. But definitely it's not free money. So get those modifications. If you did take a forbearance, get those modifications set up in the best, way to benefit you. But that's something to watch out for, is all these forbearances are now going away because people are getting caught up or back at work or whatever it may be. But then the modification process is something to really keep an eye on. And if you have any questions about that, and if they offer you, A, B, or C, we can talk through those options. And if I can't run the exact numbers for you, I have great lenders that can definitely answer those questions for you, because I want you to have the best opportunity possible. Forbearance was something that the government said hand it out, take care of people right now. But there was a lot of uncertainty on how the long-term effect would affect you. And there's not a lot of, standards on how that's going to look. It's going to be different for every servicer. So if you're in that situation and you want to reach out, definitely do. Would love to answer those questions for you or find answers to them. As we continue to see very low inventory in the metro area, I noticed something this last couple of weeks, that the very, very best, well-priced, well-staged home is getting the most offers. So you might see a house around the corner that's well updated, well priced, well staged, great yard, not on a busy road. Those houses are getting multiple offers, but it seems to me like the majority of the offers are going to that house. So the second or third or fourth best house in the neighborhood might be a much better deal for you, because we're not getting it bid up. We're not giving away some of our, rights as an appraisal or inspection or so on and so forth. If you get into those houses sooner, you're going to get a better deal. And you could probably, for what you would have paid for the finished product, you could probably do those upgrades, if not more, for the money that you're saving by not getting into those bidding wars. So keep an eye out there. Obviously, there are must-haves in this world when you're shopping for real estate. But if there's some things that you're like, yeah, I would love to have that, but it's not an absolute, maybe we find a house that doesn't have everything exactly like you want it for cheaper, and you're able to afford putting some money into it to make it exactly like you wanted. And maybe we're competing with two or three offers instead of 15 or 16, and really giving away those rights. Another thing is timing. A lot of people will say, we're going to look at offers on Monday. Well, if you get to Saturday or Sunday and you don't have any offers, the sellers are going to be a little nervous. So we're going to work on getting them to accept our offer before maybe their deadline, and allow the other crazy bidding war houses to pass along. So just something I'm going to work with my clients on, definitely taking a holistic approach and not just focusing on the one perfect, house that everyone's going to love with the quartz countertops and the gray walls and the white cabinets or whatever it may be for you. That's the dream. And really look at the whole ball of wax and see if maybe we can get you a better deal for a house that's just a little less desirable and fits all of your needs and is the perfect place to make your own. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Definitely keep an eye on that, as inventory is scarce, but there are definitely homes to be available. For instance, I had a great 2-bedroom condo, double master, looked out over some greens, open space, just had a little patio, but then there was grass right at the end of the patio that was public, but was a great spot. Very low HOA pool, fitness center, clubhouse, so on. Well-maintained area, garage. So it had everything that a normal townhome that would go right away would have, but it sat for 10 days just because of a little lull in the market in that range. So let me know what you want. I'm always looking at different strategies. I double as a high school basketball coach in my free time, so I'm very strategic about how I run my real estate business as well, and help my clients get the best deal at the best time. So would love to chat with you anytime. Maybe that bronze medal will work for sure. Give me a hashtag replay, hashtag live if you're watching this live. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will talk soon.